What is going on, guys? Markets are going crazy, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on what I think what's going on with the market. And the main topic is going to be Warren Buffett, what he's doing with why he's selling stocks, what he's doing with his cash. And to explain that, we're going to watch this video. Great video.
Berkshire had a big beat when it came to earnings, but everybody's really talking about all that cash, $277 billion. How do you view that?
Well, Buffett's recent move suggests that he's playing both offense and defense at the same time. He's trimming exposure to potentially overvalued or risky sectors while he's keeping his powder dry for major acquisitions or investments, which is
overvalued. So first thing I just want to take a look at is Apple, the main stock he's been selling, and is it overvalued? If you look at over here, it is trading at 33 times price to earnings, average is 27. Over the last 5 years, free cash flow 32, averages 24. So it is fairly valued, if not a little overvalued. And if you look at Amazon, which has had a massive drop, 10% on Friday, 5% on today. I just bought some today, starting to nibbling dollar cost averaging into it. And if you look at the price to earnings, is 39, averages 83, free cash flow 36, averages 66. And that's one thing, because during a recession, after a recession, the main stocks that recover are, first of all, blue chips, the safest stock. So, and revenue has been growing 12% for Amazon. Net income increased by 230%. And if you look at Apple, net revenue grew by 0.43%, and they are very profitable. But again, back to the video, and then we're gonna talk some more.
exactly consistent with the consensus of our most recent market opportunities and risk call. All of our center millionaires have been focused on cash holding positions to prepare for investment opportunities.
Yeah, you know what? During the annual meeting back in, I believe it was May, he did say he would like to spend, but things just don't look really attractive right now. So you believe that, you know, he's being honest and kind of transparent. He's looking for something, but the valuations aren't quite right. We've seen a big decline when it comes to buying.
So one thing, especially with modern investors and young investors like me, I make this mistake all the time, is you buy too many things. When you buy too many things, you can't keep track of them. And because Warren Buffett, how he looks at investing as a sniper shots. The guy bought over his whole lifetime probably less companies than I did in the last 4 years of being in the markets. So the main thing is look at only a couple companies that you really like, that are really profitable, and keep your focus on those companies. Wait for them to reach the price you wanted to become cheap, and keep buying them as they become cheaper. And Warren Buffett doesn't see any cheap companies. He likes to buy
bond yields. We've obviously seen a massive sell-off on Wall Street.
Loading up the bullets.
In your mind, is an acquisition, is some M&A coming up?
Well, you can't tell. These look like seismic shifts, and he could be betting on a recession. His cash pile has exploded 250% since 2022, and he's been dumping his tech and bank stocks. Berkshire nearly doubled its Occidental Petroleum stake from 136 million shares in March of 20.
All right, two main things. The petroleum, we're going to look at that, the Oxy stock, XY. But he increased his balance sheet, or cash on his balance sheet, what, 200 and something percent. He's been selling Bank of America for the last 12 months in a row. He's been selling Apple like crazy. And then if you look at this, is in May, report from May, he sold 12% of his stocks way back before then. But he did buy one thing, CB. We could take a look at that later. But yeah, why he is loading up cash, and the market is reacting like crazy. Everybody's selling. What should you do? Should you sell all your winners? No, don't sell like crazy, but keep cash. And if you can right now, go take some overtime at work and get some cash going, because when things fall, well, things already fell. But if it does get worse, this is going to be a great buying opportunity. And I'm very bullish. I'm very optimistic about this crash if the crash does happen. Now, there was one of the most popular videos. I can put a link down below. I forgot. Red Bruger or somebody made a video. And the main thing he pointed out is the Shiller P ratio. So what is the Shiller P ratio? It's just the PE ratio, but it is inflation adjusted. So if you look at the Shiller P ratio, and then if you look at the normal PE ratio of the S&P 500, it is an average 27 PE ratio, which is pretty high. Hasn't been really low in quite a while, even in 2020. But it barely dropped to what? 20. Now it's at 27. So I'll pick the companies you want to buy, and let's see if this video has anything else.
2022 to 250.
Right, Oxycontin. He has been buying this because
5 million. So he's not just preparing for a downturn, he's positioning for long-term value in a sector that's crucial to economic recovery and sensitive to global political shifts.
What did you make of Berkshire trimming its holdings in Apple by nearly a half? In your mind, is that the right call right now, or do you have some questions about that? I'm sure you agree with a lot of things that Warren Buffett does, but I'm sure at times you do have some questions about different moves.
Well, again, it could be related to his goal of taking profits, portfolio rebalancing, or a strategic shift based on market outlook or valuation concerns. But ultimately, we see him keeping his powder dry so that he's ready to go if there's a big opportunity. He's now got more cash than the Treasury does. He now owns 4% of all T-bills. So he's sitting on a record of $277 billion in cash. He sold more cash last quarter than any other quarter in his entire history. So we think he's ready to go. He's waiting for big opportunities, and he's not going to move until he sees them, which again is consistent with our market opportunities consensus.
Barbara, it's so funny you mentioned that holding of T-bills, something I read as well. What is your view on that? Because we've seen, obviously much higher yields. I would imagine that Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, they locked in those high.
That is about it. That's the main things I wanted to go over. And so, right, Occidental Petroleum, I have not been digging into the stock, but it's selling at what I think 16 times earning. It's a profitable company. Main thing when you're buying companies, especially in bad times like this, when interest rates are high, like don't invest all your money into companies that have low cash and that could not survive a recession. I made a video on Fubo, one of my most more popular videos, and Fubo has very low cash. They're in a lawsuit which is burning them more money. So just really think rationally about the companies you invest in and what you want to hold for the next 9 years, but 5 years, 10 years, and could that company survive and will it grow no matter the conditions? Again, SoFi, I made a video about SoFi. That's one of the companies I'd like to buy, but I would love to buy it if it drops at $5.40, and nobody knows what's gonna happen. Warren Buffett doesn't miss often, and he doesn't look very optimistic and very bullish in the market. So keep that in mind and take everything with a grain of salt. Don't act too rationally. Don't act off emotions, and choose your big winners. Now is a good time to hold cash. That's the main point of this video. Make sure to hold cash in your TFSA or whatever you use to invest. And let's take a look at Chubb while we were here. I already have you guys. I doubt anybody's still watching, but might as well. If you're still around, hit the like button and comment any stocks you want and you're thinking of buying or you're concerned about, and I'll do a video about it 100%. There's been 2 people requesting a video, and I made a video about both of them, and I'd love to do that. And yeah, comment. Okay, so what are we looking at? Job, growing revenue at 15%, shares decreasing, very nice. And there's a great video on that on Daniel Prong's channel about Amazon, and he's also very bullish on Amazon. And then Amazon looks like a very attractive buy. And out of the big tech stocks, it's the main one that fell a lot. So yeah, Warren Buffett is buying Chubb, profitable company. Who would have thought? I bet they have a lot of cash too. Revenues nicely rising. Insiders are selling. Don't like to see that. Yeah, well, I don't know anything about the company. I'd hate to just talk out of my butt. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an awesome day and keep your head up.